Welcome back. This is the fourth video for Speaker Systems Design and Optimization, map assignment number 3. Make sure you save a new version, and always want to save with this program. And a couple things when you're working with MAPP and you're doing lots of predictions, just a couple rules here to make, or a couple guidelines to make things go faster. Here, let me go back to preview. Keep your things on separate layers so you can turn off whatever you don't need. If you're predicting, you want to make your predictions go faster. If you're really focused here on the coverage of downstairs, turn off the seating planes upstairs and MAPP will predict faster. So when you get into larger venues, separating things out into different layers can really give you some speed advantages. Very, very important. Lock your layers with prediction surfaces. That really seems to speed up predictions. So by having these locked, it actually goes faster. Last thing is, if you're working with, if you don't need to see the front fills, turn them off. If you have less speakers producing energy, it'll go faster. So there's just a couple of tips there that I think really matter. Say you're done here and you're happy with it. Let's mirror it and make a right array as well. So I'm going to select it. And the step here, this is the mirror tool. You want to click that and you want to mirror on the y-axis. So how you do that? This is the mirror tool. And hello, I right-clicked it, didn't mean to. Hello, what's going on here? Map's acting a little up there. Whoop, I opened up the internet somehow. We'll do that one more time. There we go. I need to be a little more patient. Mirror on the y-axis, and there's my other array. If I kind of rotate a little around the venue, you see that it has put it at the same place, the opposite y-axis. So that's pretty cool. So now you can start doing some predictions. Let's go back up to 8K and kind of see what's going on with the treble. And it will take a slightly longer to predict, but you can really see those beams and those hot spots. Perhaps those hot spots are a little bit mellower with 4K. You can also see a little kind of power alley effect down the middle where in-phase energy sums together. So that's kind of interesting as well. But anyway, we've got that done now. What I forgot to do was make a new layer and put the mains, that right mains on it. So let's do that. Go over here and new layer, add, double click to name it, right mains. And then I'm going to select that right main and go to Object Settings and assign it to the right mains. So that's pretty good. And I should be able to now lock both of these items unless you want to keep angling them or something. And so I'm gonna lock those. And I don't think that stops me from making processor changes, which is what we'll be doing next. So going through the instructions here, time to mess with the loudspeaker processor. So the current loudspeaker processor in Meyer is the Galaxy, but the Gracie Theater has a Galileo. So I know we're not using Meyer melodies. The real Gracie Theater has Meyer melodies. We're using Leopards here. But let's stick with the Galileo processor. So even though when I go over to processor settings, I'm looking at this Galaxy, I want it to be a Galileo. So let's create that under Insert Signal Processor. We're going to insert a Galileo. And where is it? Galileo. I'm looking right at it, a 616. And in the instructions, I asked for you to call it a Gracie Galileo. So we'll make a Gracie Galileo here, put it in there, hit Insert. And now we've automatically kind of moved to the Gracie Galileo. Let's go back to the Galaxy and we'll actually delete that so we don't have to have that one in there. You sure want to delete, and that's okay. Gracie Galileo. So now we've got the Gracie Galileo. So the next step is to assign our drive lines to the Gracie Galileo. And just to keep videos short, I'm going to come right back to that with another video in a moment. We'll assign output channels for both the boxes and give names on the processor. Okay, bye-bye.